Hey y'all, it's Victoria. Welcome back to Super Geeked. We are continuing with Source-Free September. I am a full-time reseller, and this month in September, I have committed to no sourcing outside my home for items to resell on Poshmark, eBay, Etsy, and Mercari. Instead, I'm going through my own home, getting organized, and finding items that I can resell online or give to Goodwill if they no longer serve their purpose and bring my family joy. So today I am in my kitchen, as you can see, and we're gonna start in some sections of the kitchen. Before we do that, I wanted to talk about a couple things. First of all, I wanted to share with you this sweet card I got. I got a postcard in the mail. It was a big surprise from a reselling friend. That is Melissa over at The Thrifty Broad. She and I have been friends for, I guess, a little over a year now, and she is moving to England. So she's gonna be a reseller from the US relocating over there. Her husband's from over there. Anyway, she did not tell me she was sending me a postcard on her recent trip, and I was surprised when I got this in the mail. So thank you so much, Melissa. That was super sweet. I've already thanked her in private, but wanted to go ahead and do that here on YouTube. If you're not already following her, I'm going to link her channel in the description below, so go check her out after you're done watching this video. In my last video you saw, we were in my dining room and my mother came over and helped, and she is coming over today. But before she does, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the sections of my kitchen that I want to work on today. So in the last video I did for Source-Free September, my mother did come over and help, and she is coming over today. But before she does get here, I want to show you what sections of my kitchen we're gonna be working on and going through, and hopefully we can find some fun retro treasures to resell online. I'm definitely one of those people that likes to cycle through my own collections so that I can make room for new finds and treasures out there that I wanna add. So let's get to it and I'll show you what we're gonna do. So the first thing I wanted to show you guys is my boomerang countertops. Formica re-released their 1950s patterns around 2010, 2011 when we were remodeling our home. And so I did choose to redo my cabinets in original 1950s Formica. So, and you can see some of my planters here. I do collect American pottery, McCoy, Red Wing, Shawnee, all of the American pottery. And this is one of my favorite things in my kitchen is my ice cream cone cookie jar. It was my grandmother's. It was made in Japan, so it's not American pottery, but I do love it. So I want to also talk about, these are some tablecloths that were from the 1940s, and I bought these a long time ago. I recently got a nice little stain on them because one of my kids dropped their chocolate milk. So what we're gonna be doing with these today is taking them down and soaking them in this awesome product that I'm gonna show you. So this is the product I'm gonna be using on these curtains up here. It is called Retro Clean, and this is good for garments too. If you get vintage, these are great for soaking. You can see the difference on the picture, just on the picture right there, but we're gonna go ahead and use Retro Clean on these to soak my curtains. I have them on both sides of the kitchen. There's some over there too, I'll show you in a second. And so yeah, we're gonna do that also today. So the main area I'm gonna be focusing on today is this upper shelf that my grandfather built for me when we were remodeling, because I do have a lot of collectibles. We'll go through that shelf there, go all the way around to my collection of Fire King, Blue Heaven collaboration. I do have some jadeite there also. But we're gonna go through all of this stuff up here and try to find some things to resell. And then the other piece we're gonna go through is this cabinet here. So I bought this in a estate sale a long time ago, and it holds some of my collection, but as you can see, I have just kind of stuck stuff in there. These are some new acquisitions. Look at that. So there's definitely stuff in these cabinets that I'm sure I can find to resell. I also need to touch up the paint on this cabinet, and there's even some stuff on top. So we'll see what we can find in here. We'll probably start in this cabinet and get to see what we can find. I purchased this cabinet at an estate sale in Dayton, Ohio when I lived up there The original maker was Showers. As you can see, the person who painted it had taken off but put the sign back. It was originally a yellow and I believe turquoise. Let me see. Yes, turquoise. But I painted it the red and white to go with my kitchen. So you can see I have a stool over there that was my great-grandmother's kitchen stool, so it goes more with it. And my KitchenAid mixer. My KitchenAid mixer is also red. So, all right, so let's get started. And we'll start going through this cabinet here. But we're gonna pull all this out and see what we want to keep and what we want to sell. So we're all cleaned out, and this is what I came out with. So I'll talk about these in case you find them out when you're thrifting and you are interested in getting into mid-century modern and collecting or selling. So first of all, one of the collections that I definitely know that I'm going to keep are these pieces. So can you tell I like pastel, by the way? So my grandmother had 2 sets of china when we were growing up. The first is called Boonton ware. Boonton ware was a type of melamine plastic, or you'll see Melmac, if you know who Alf is, the planet he was from. Yeah, that's plastic. From the 1950s, it's a very hard plastic. It is not microwave safe, so but I really think I'm going to start using these dishes because they just sit in here and they don't get used, and I really love them and they remind me of my childhood. Also, the other set that I collect because my grandmother had them were these. These are by a company called Salem and they're called North Star. And here, so you can see that logo, it is called Salem North Star. You used to be able to get stamps at the grocery store when you spent a certain amount of money, and you could buy dishes with it. And so that is what these North Star dishes are, if you ever see these, but they are very collectible by mid-century collectors. Mid-century collectors love them, like just like me. I have something that's really cool that goes with this that you'll see up here when we get up here, but it is a picture that has the North Star stars on it. So I'll definitely be keeping that. Now these are not Boonton ware. These are just Melmac plastic, made in Chicago. So I'm gonna sell these too because they don't go with my Boonton ware. So we'll put them over here in the sell pile. Another piece I'm gonna sell, I have tons of these American pottery serving pieces. This one is not marked on the bottom, but it has gotten a lot of use over the years. What's really cool about it is it has a pepper shaker and a salt vessel that you put the salt in and use a little spoon to get the salt out, but it has the center and the pretty motif is inside also. It's still in great shape. It is missing whatever went here in this one, but we've still used it, so I'm gonna sell it. I think someone's gonna really enjoy that. Okay, I am gonna keep this piece. I really like this serving dish, so this will be a keeper. This one is marked California on the bottom, so there's another piece of my American pottery collection. I do have this American pottery bowl also. I don't think this one has markings on it. It doesn't. I'm gonna go ahead and sell this one. I have had it for a very long time, but it doesn't get very much use. It's a pretty dish though. It's got the speckling on it. All right, well, I definitely know I'm gonna sell this. I only have a single saucer, but this is Fire King. I'll show you the back of it. There's the Fire King logo. I can't remember what this pattern's called off the top of my head, but I'll pop it up on the screen so you'll know it if you see it. Fire King, very collectible. I love it. This isn't one of the patterns I collect, so I'm going to sell it. I'm sure I picked it up to sell anyway, so here it goes in the sell pile. This is another set of dishes. I didn't realize how many I had that I think I'm going to sell. It's really pretty, very mid-century, and I think it's a rarer of the Franciscan. Here is the Franciscan logo on it, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the small plates and 3 of the big plates. So I just thought they were really pretty, but I'm going to go ahead and sell those. This is another piece that I don't think is Boontonware, and it's not marked with any sort of brand, so I'm just going to go ahead and sell this too. It's cute, but it doesn't have the sugar bowl, so I'll sell that. All of these pieces that you see here are all Boontonware, so I'm going to keep those. Oh, but I do have this big white one back here, and the white really doesn't go in with my pastel stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and sell this. Plus, these are the colors my grandmother had, the mauvey pink, teal, canary yellow, and the mint. So those will be the colors I collect. So I'm going to go ahead and just sell the white bowl. Starting to get a pile. These are Vaseline glass or uranium glass, whatever you want to call them. Let me get my little flashlight and I'll show you what I mean. So if you're getting into collecting or antiques, you might want to get yourself one of these. I got this one off Amazon. They're not expensive, but it is a blacklight flashlight. And this is how if you tell if something is uranium glass. Do you see how there's like an iridescent glow? It shows up really good in the dark. Let's go see it in the dark. All right, we're in a dark spot in my hallway, but now you can really see it glowing with the black light. So this is how you know if it's uranium glass or Vaseline glass. So I do want to keep these, so I'm going to keep these for now. I may end up selling them later, but I really like the pattern on it, this like kind of cubist. And then I'm also keeping, this is my favorite designer from the mid-century era. He is the designer of my favorite coffee table. You may have seen me mention my surfboard table by Russell Wright. Here is the Russell Wright stamp. He had 2 lines of dishware. The first was this one is called the Steubenville line because Steubenville Pottery put it out. And then the other one is this kind of lighter chartreuse color. This is the other line from Russell Wright called Iroquois. But I do love Russell Wright. He's my favorite designer. And these two are also Russell Wright. This one is the older Russell Wright, which is the Iroquois. And then this is a remake. I don't know what year Oneida did this, but Oneida put out Russell Wright. So I'm going to look this up and I'll put it on the screen if I can find out what year that these were redone. They look pretty much just like the originals. I'm not sure if they used the original molds to make them, but I love that the creamer sits on top of the sugar bowl. Very modern with the indented handles. So I'll be keeping those. And then I picked up this North Star piece recently when I wasn't supposed to be shopping in September. So this is a new piece for my North Star collection, but I couldn't leave it and it was half off. I've just got these probably about a year ago and I love them. They're salt and pepper shakers and they're huge. I mean, look how big they are. So I'll be keeping those. You saw me in my last Source Free September video where I was selling some Cape Cod salt and pepper shakers. These are my other ones. These are in much better condition. The other ones were my grandmother's, but I'm going to sell those. I do have this oil for Cape Cod. I'm going to go ahead and sell this. I never use this. I've never used it. And then I also have a sugar and creamer that's Cape Cod that I'm going to sell also. I'll probably sell it with the oil. And we need to check this to see if this is actual American Fostoria or if it is a reproduction. Let's go check with the blacklight. So this won't glow as bright as the Vaseline, but it will glow a yellow if it is actual Fostoria, and I don't see any yellow. Sometimes the handles are the best place to look because they're the thickest part of the glass, but there's no yellow. So this is a knockoff Fostoria, so I'm going to go ahead and sell this. All right, I've got everything all set back up, so it's time to close the door on this section. And head down to the lower level. So this is just a bunch of crap, except for these crystal glasses, which I'm going to wait till my mom gets here to ask her about these. But cookbooks to go through, COVID tests, some dog stuff, a couple of bottle openers I could probably get rid of. So let's go ahead and pull out what's in here also. This has a lot of glasses and other stuff that I could probably get rid of. So let's do it. This is all the stuff I found in the lower cabinets and the drawers. Okay, these were an old motel that used to be on the beach in Biloxi called the Buena Vista, and I only have 3 of them, but I am going to keep those because those are probably super hard to find, but they're cute and they're retro, so we'll keep those. This survived Katrina. My grandfather had a set of these with M's on them. My maiden name's Moon. And that's the only one that survived Hurricane Katrina, so I'm going to keep that one. Now, Mom, can I get rid of these? They're the People's Bank.
Yes.
There's like 3 of them. So get rid of those.
See, I would get rid of these and start using the other stuff.
I'm not using crystal at parties.
Why not?
I'm giving all these to my friend Scott.
Okay.
He owns this comic shop.
Oh, good.
And they just opened a brewery called Backdrought, and they have a beer, their brewing company, or their brewery's called Backdrought, and the brewery itself, or the beers, is Casket Brewing. Casey and Scott, Casket. So these are all from different events at 3 Alarm Comics. So I'm going to give those to him. Mom, let's go test this and see if this is real Fostoria. Okay, unlike the Vaseline glass, the Fostoria is not going to glow bright green, but it will glow with a yellow. See that yellow? You see the yellow?
Mm-hmm.
That means it's real Fostoria. So we're going to keep that. Okay. Say hi, Mom.
Hi.
She's back. I don't ever use any of that silver stuff.
I guess this was Mama Sue's. This stuff for me?
Yes. And I've never used it.
And
okay. This is a piece of Boonton wear that my girl Bob from Bob Buys sent me. It's not really in my colors, but it was really cool. So thank you, Bob. And if you don't know who she is, I'm going to link her channel in the description below. You can go check her out too. Here's the logo. These were my great-grandmother's. So I can't get rid of those. These are highball glasses. Really cute. Might have to have a luau just to drink out of them. And I've had these forever. I think I might sell these. Okay, what about these crystal?
just something Mama Sue bought that she gave to me and I gave to you. She bought it as a gift, just to give to somebody.
Well, I've never used them. They've been in a drawer.
Yeah, so
Okay.
they were expensive, but
How much were they?
I forgot how much she paid.
All right, I don't know where this came from.
Might have just been something Mama Sue picked up.
How do you know it's from Mama Sue?
Or from whoever.
It's really heavy. Feel it. Feels like crystal. Dang it.
There's no marking on the bottom.
But it feels like lead crystal. It's crystal.
I'd sell it.
I don't know. That's a maybe.
If it's not used.
These I bought for a Kentucky Derby party. I drove all the way to Slidell to get those because we were having mint juleps. So these are great for mint juleps. My mom thinks I should get rid of these cheap glasses.
Yes.
Okay, and then these are some little plastic cups that say C on them. Somebody gave them to me. But I use them like when we go out to the pool. If I want to make a drink. I don't want to bring glass, but it still looks fancy because it's got a C embossed on it. So I don't know. Okay, I got some manuals for an Instapot, and my husband's a former chef. He said he doesn't need these, so I'll sell those. All right, just checking in. We've got a lot done. We have a whole section over here of stuff that we are going to sell. We got some donations. And we've cleaned out that whole red and white cabinet that you saw. So now we're gonna start working on the upper level and taking down these curtains so that I can soak them in retro clean. I'm gonna make my mom get up on a stool and hand the stuff to me. So let's get to it. You sure?
Yeah. Okay, this first?
Yeah, that can go. This is just a milk container.
This next?
Yeah, somebody gave me that. It's a martini shaker. I think it's from the 1940s, but leave those 2 platters. I'm going to keep those.
Okay.
Okay, the crackle glass.
Yeah, we can get rid of that. Oh, it's nice and grimy.
Wow, Mom, thanks.
Let me move on down.
All right, the upper rail is clean. The shelves are cleaned off. The curtains are down. The shelf above my stove. I have no idea what my mother's doing. This is all the stuff that came from up there. Lots of stuff needs to be cleaned. And yeah, so we're gonna go through it. First of all, this is just a milk jug. I can just donate that. I bought this at, I think at a thrift store. Needs to be cleaned. Oh, it's Noritake. Some leaf pattern, but I'm going to pass it on. So that needs to be cleaned. I'm gonna sell this. This is a Fire King McDonald's cup. That can go in the sell pile. Mom, this was a tin we got when we were in Paris. The biscuits. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm gonna sell all these ball jars.
Yeah.
They're collectible, the turquoise ones. Mm-hmm. So I'm running out of space. So some crackle glass pitcher that was my grandmother's.
You can sell it though.
Now this was Susu's. I don't have a lot of things from Susu. I have this frog and that strawberry cookie jar that's back there behind that jug. So I'm gonna keep the frog. Okay, this is, if you don't know, Berkshire beer is from Biloxi, and that's where I'm from. This was the 100-year anniversary of Barks. I'll probably put this out in the shed, but I'm not going to get rid of it. And somebody gave me this huge martini shaker from the 40s. I'm going to sell that. This jug I'm going to put in the shed. My grandpa gave it to me. Okay, Mama Sue gave me those Coke bottles. She gave me those in 1999. They were for the, see it says limited edition bottle.
I'd sell it.
You'd sell it?
Yeah.
My grandma gave them to me, but they look like the old Coke bottles. You want to try to drink the Coke real quick, Mom?
No.
That would be mighty heavy to ship, Mom.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, circa $18.99, and I got them in $19.99, so not sure about that. I'm keeping that. That's my North Star. This is another old bottle from Mobile, Alabama. I'll sell that. So there's bottle collectors out there. These 2 Coke bottles are from when my husband and I went to the Coca-Cola Museum in Atlanta. This, I think Mary Beth gave me this. Give that back to her probably. I think this toaster was my grandmother's. And then I bought this General Mills iron. Still has the box and everything. So let me see how heavy it is. Oh, that's really heavy. I mean, I might sell it. Should I sell it? I always like the graphics on it. That's why I kept it, because it's a Betty Crocker. And I'm a sucker for polka dots, so. Okay, I have these 2 cute salt and pepper shakers. Used to get these free when you bought a Westinghouse washer and dryer. So they're salt and pepper shaker set. And this martini shaker my grandmother gave me, my Mama Sue, so I'll probably keep that. And then I was gonna get rid of these salt and pepper shakers. They're like cows. But my mom said they came from my great-grandmother on the other side. And I don't have anything really from them, so I might keep those. So this is a creamer from the 50s, little cow. And later I found that it's match.
Can you sell it?
Should I?
Yeah. You know me, I'd say sell this stuff.
I like this though.
And
this is a sugar.
put more
So,
stuff up there.
creamer, sugar. I know, that's so cute though. I don't want to get rid of it. Now these were from a quilt. Oh, Mama, hold these. One says Mississippi and one says Ohio. So that's where Josh is from and where I'm from. But I think I might sell those.
I would.
You just want me to sell everything.
Less is more.
Okay. Put this in the sell pile. We are piling up over here. Look at this. It's a lot of stuff. I still have to go through all these cookbooks. Okay, I am keeping this North Star platter, obviously. That goes with my North Star stuff. And I'm keeping this platter because I have a matching piece. I just bought those. Those are Fire King Tulip. If you don't know what they are, this is actually the off-white pattern. They have one in white also. Very hard to get in great condition, so I'm keeping those. So, got some stuff to go out to my shed. A couple things to go back up there that need to be cleaned. And let's go through these cookbooks real quick. This is a vintage Seagram's. I used to collect a lot of barware, so we'll sell that. I probably bought this because of the graphics. So, how to make tempting nutritious desserts by Mary Mason. Cute. Oh, nervine, Mom. It's no joke to lie awake at night. These are household hints.
So did you buy that or from?
I bought it.
Mama's did.
It's probably from the 40s. Alka-Seltzer. This looks funny. I might have to go through this first. That's a cute little Better Homes. Cooking clips. Salad. Oh!
I bought this for Josh. You can sell it or...
Being dead is no excuse. The official Southern Ladies Guide to Hosting the Perfect Funeral. I don't know, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I might have to keep that. Foods for home and school. What year is it?
1948. I don't think this was any family.
No, I think Mary Beth gave it to me. I'll sell that. I collected those for a while, the ABC books, so we can sell those. They made them barbecue, cooked cocktails, all kinds of stuff. But they have really cute like mid-century graphics on them. So, I'll probably sell that. Vegan. I think I might have got that for the graphics. I don't know. I kind of like this one. Yep, I'm keeping that one. That is the Essential Party Hostess book. Dorothy Draper. I think you gave me that one.
So, I wonder if...
I think it was, that one's from your wedding.
I wonder if this was a family one. Mama Sue's, maybe.
I don't know whose handwriting is that.
It's not Mama Sue's.
Well, this one's from your wedding.
Okay, so save this then.
Okay. We'll put these back in that you took out.
These were Mama Sue's.
All right, we'll keep that one. Put that one over with your wedding one.
First wedding.
Oh, you had more than one wedding? What?
Who
was your other husband?
I don't remember his name.
Okay, Mom, here's a couple more.
One is in the jungle.
Oh. Betty
Oh,
Crocker, hostess.
I think this was Mama Sue's too. Don't save it.
Okay, and that one?
Mama Sue's.
Why don't you take these two? Because they don't really fit my... Look at that. Groovy. That is totally 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Look at those rollers in her hair.
Not yet, 1970s.
Here, you take those two. Okay, reach up there. There's two of them.
This?
Look. RC Cola.
Oh, no.
I should give this to Grandpa to put in his shed. He loves RC Cola and a moon pie. And of course we have Barks. And I'm keeping that baby. Because like I said, Barks from Biloxi. All right, Mom, I think that's it. I think we've gone through all of it.
Good.
Got a bunch of stuff to sell. Hey, y'all. All right, that's it. That is it for organizing day. My next episode of Source Free September should be out soon, so stay tuned for that if you're not already subscribed. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video on your way out, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, y'all.